Straight ahead on WBKB News at 11. The Catholic community of Alpena celebrates the Thanksgiving season with their annual turkey dinner at St. Anne's Church. Plus, the Salvation Army is spreading awareness with the 13th annual Walk Against Homelessness and Hunger. And the Alpena Hockey Association invites local children to a free hockey clinic at Northern Lights Arena. We'll have those stories plus your local weather and sports. The news that affects you starts now.
From Rogers City to Tawas City and all points in between. This is Northeast Michigan's award-winning news team. We are your source for news, weather, and sports. We are WBKB News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Neil Liwanag. Tonight, the Catholic community of Alpena kicks off the Thanksgiving season with the 9th annual Fall Turkey Dinner at St. Anne's Church. Local residents in attendance enjoyed a Thanksgiving-style feast that featured a fresh roasted turkey, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, and assorted homemade pies. Tonight's turkey dinner marked as the first time the Catholic community came together for this annual event since the merger of the 4 churches in March. In conjunction with the dinner, there was also a raffle where a lucky winner took home $2,000. Proceeds from tonight's turkey dinner will help support the Catholic community of Alpena.
This year our plow truck is we don't even want to drive it out of the parking lot. It's in such bad condition, so we're trying to buy a newer plow truck, and that's what a lot of the money will be going to this year from this.
Tomorrow, the Catholic community of Alpena celebrates the dedication of a new high altar at St. Bernard's Church. November is National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Month, and the Salvation Army is helping spread awareness with the 13th annual Walk Against Homelessness and Hunger. This organized walk through downtown Alpena was a way to support and help abolish homelessness and hunger. Adults, children, and even pets joined today's walk, and attendees also brought non-perishable canned goods to help local pantries. After the annual walk, there was also an auction fundraiser for a local programs that helps people who are in need of food and a place to stay.
Because of the generous support, the camaraderie, and the compassion in these walkers here, we're able to do it for 13 years, and we're going to do it another year or two.
If you're interested in helping out with the cause, please contact the Salvation Army at 989-358-2769. This afternoon, the Alpena Hockey Association invited kids for a Hockey for Free clinic at Northern Lights Arena in Alpena. November is Come Play Hockey Month, and the Alpena Hockey Association, or AHA, treated local boys and girls to come out and play hockey for free. For an hour, children got a chance to experience and learn the basic skills of hockey in a fun and safe environment. In a partnership with USA Hockey, the Alpena Hockey Association has put on this free clinic for about 4 years now, and their objective is to expose local children to the sport of hockey.
It's a huge enjoyment to watch the kids try this. These are kids that are 3, 4, 5 years old. Some of them the first time they've ever laced up the skates, and you will see a lot of smiles.
To find out more about future events and for more information, please visit alpenahockey.org. It's only the first week of November, but it's already looking a lot like Christmas, and St. Paul Lutheran Church held their annual Christmas Bazaar earlier this morning. For about 40 years, the church has hosted this bazaar for residents to get a chance to stock up on holiday-related items such as different types of food and decorations. A luncheon was then followed afterwards, where guests were treated with soup, salad, desserts, and beverages. The bazaar was an opportunity for everyone in the city to gather and enjoy the upcoming holiday season, and proceeds from today's event goes to a great cause.
I think it brings about fellowship with other members of the congregation, and we like to do it to serve the public. So they have the canned goods for whatever they might need it for. And then we tithe 10% to a local charity, and we're tithing this year to the Good Samaritan Fund.
The congregation at St. Paul Lutheran Church is grateful with this year's turnout and look forward to hosting next year's Christmas Bazaar. This morning, Alpena County 4-H members hosted a garage sale fundraiser at the Merchants Building inside the Alpena County Fairgrounds. 4-H is an organization that engages our youth to reach their potential and advances development in our youth. The multi-family garage sale includes several items such as clothes, toys, kitchenware, and appliances. Most of the merchandise from the garage sale was donated from local people in the area, and proceeds will benefit the fairgrounds barns.
During the fair time, our children who have sheep and goats, it will rain and the water comes in and floods the barn. So for years the children have been wanting to do something to make a difference so that this doesn't happen. And this is the starting of fundraising for that.
For more information on future fundraisers and other inquiries, please call the Alpena County Fair office at 989-340-1466. Coming up next on WBKB News at 11, in your state news, a Michigan city makes history during Tuesday night's election. Plus, find out why restaurants are offering free meals to past and current military members. All that and more, next. Welcome back. In state news, it was an election of historic significance in Michigan. The first majority Muslim city council in America was voted in this week in Hamtramck. During Tuesday's election, 3 Muslim Americans garnered the most votes in the historically Polish city. Sahad Al-Masmari, a Yemeni American, received the most votes of the 6 candidates on the ballot. Incumbents Abu Musa and Anam Miha, who came to the U.S. from Bangladesh, were re-elected. They joined Bangladeshi council member Mohammed Hassan. All the council members say they will represent all of the residents of Hamtramck with the goal of making the city better for all.
The Polish are only 11% of the population, and the Yemeni people are 27%. If you add the Yemeni people to the Bengali people, it's going to end up with 62%, which is the most community Muslims.
In your Money Watch, agricultural officials have cleared commercial chicken and turkey farms infected by the avian flu to restock a vet. USDA says all but 5 of the 219 farms affected from the virus nationwide have been given approval. The virus first surfaced in December on the West Coast and spread over 6 months to 15 states, resulting in the death of 48 million birds. WalletHub has come out with its best annual worst small cities in the U.S. Princeton, New Jersey topped the list, followed by Littleton, Colorado, and Dublin, Ohio. 20 of the worst small cities in America to live are in California, including Bell Gardens, Huntington Park, and Bell, California at the bottom of the list. And this Veterans Day, many restaurants are offering free meals to past and present military members. The long list includes Applebee's, Denny's, Friendly's, and Red Lobster. You can head to themilitarywallet.com for the complete list of discounts and freebies. If you're heading to the pump, GasBuddy.com and AAA of Michigan helped us find the highest and lowest gas prices locally and across the state. The lowest price for gas in Alpena is coming in at $2.27 at Meyer. The highest is $2.29 at Marathon. Across the state, the lowest price at the pump is $2.02 in Sturgis. And the highest price is coming in at $3.09 in Trenton. There's still much more to come on WBKB News at 11. Kyle Logan will be in with sports, and I'll be right back with your full weather forecast. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us. It is now time for a look at the weather. Today, your high was at 48 degrees and your low was at 37 degrees. Your normal high was 47 degrees and your normal low was 31 degrees. Your record high back in 2009 was 65 degrees and your record low back in 1991 was 12 degrees. Sunrise was at 7:21 a.m., your sunset at 5:15 p.m. Looking at your current conditions, it's currently 35 degrees outside with a humidity of 88%. West winds at 3 miles per hour. And your current radar, you can see the clouds still hovering over the state of Michigan, which brings us to tonight. Scattered showers with temperatures in the lower 30s. Tomorrow, things clear up with mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the 50s. Tomorrow night, clear with lows in the upper 30s and southwest winds at 10 miles per hour. And now taking a look at our extended weather forecast. Monday and Tuesday, we'll see mostly sunny skies with highs in the lower 50s. Wednesday and Thursday, that rain system returns with highs in the lower 50s. And Friday, another chance of showers with highs in the upper 40s. And now it's time for today's Photo of the Day. Today's photo was sent in by Mike Dodge of Ossining. Now, this is a photo Mike took of a chipmunk gathering acorns under an oak tree in Ossining. Looks like this little chipmunk is definitely enjoying his meal. Thank you, Mike, for sending us this photo. If you have a photo you would like to send us, email it along with a short description to news@wbkb11.com. In your health watch, a simple blood test could soon help determine if you're at risk of developing chronic kidney disease. A study in the New England Journal of Medicine shows that the test, which looks at levels of a protein called suPAR, can reliably predict a person's chances of developing the disease 5 years before symptoms start. Doctors say breastfeeding is the healthiest choice for babies, but it might not be for any better than formula when it comes to preventing allergies. A study of about 200 patients found breastfed children had about the same risk of developing hay fever, asthma, and food allergies as those who grew up on formula. And for pregnant women, there's a warning about the importance of physical activity. Researchers at the University of Warwick say too much sitting may be linked to depression in expectant mothers as well as greater weight gain. That can increase the risk of gestational diabetes. In national news, a major development in the investigation of the Russian airplane that crashed in the Egyptian desert, killing everyone on board. Jill Wagner reports from New York.
The cockpit voice recorder from the Russian airplane that crashed in the Sinai Desert a week ago has revealed a critical clue.
A noise was heard in the last second of the CVR recording.
Investigators are analyzing the noise to determine if the mid-air explosion was caused by a bomb or mechanical problem. Investigators believe the plane broke apart at high altitude, but what caused it remains a mystery. Crews have yet to recover all pieces of the plane. The Egyptian government has launched an investigation into the airport's staff and ground crew. Reports quoting unnamed British officials said security footage from the airport showed lax security.
Security here, when we arrived on Wednesday, was atrocious.
But days after the tragedy, security at the Sharm el-Sheikh airport is on high alert. Thousands of frustrated tourists from Russia and Britain have been waiting at the airport for days to go home. Both countries suspended flights to the region this week. Those able to get a flight home to Russia were told to leave their luggage behind. Workers laid red flowers at the crash site to remember the 224 people who died in the catastrophic crash.
British media is reporting that an Egyptian rocket came within 1,000 feet of a plane bound for Sharm el-Sheikh in August. No one was injured. Sports is coming up next, and Kyle Logan is here with a preview. Kyle?
Neil, tonight in sports, a lot of action in youth hockey as the battle on the Bay returns. Michigan and Michigan State were in action, and the Alpena Flyers return to Northern Lights Arena looking to put an end to their losing streak. All that and more coming up. Sports is next. Northern Lights Arena has been packed this weekend thanks to the Battle on the Bay tournament. This event, consisting of two different parts, the Pee Wee House tournament and the Squirts House tournament, began on Friday and goes through Sunday. A total of 16 teams involved in competition, all in action, thanks to a grant given to the Alpena Hockey Association, providing the funds to make this tournament happen. 4 of the teams are from Alpena, all in action today. We start on the Squirt House side, Alpena up against Livonia. Alpena already up 1-0, and Jonathan Rinsberry aims to keep it that way. The Rangers' Jackson Pearson looking for a goal near post, just can't find any open space. And Rinsberry makes the save. Those two would meet again. This time the straight-on shot, no problem, and Jonathan keeps Livonia off the board. Now third period, 2-0 Wolves. Cam Young with the nifty flip. That's going to get by the goalie, and Alpena goes up 3-0. A couple minutes later, Jaden Marchlewski with the shot on goal. It's going to be saved, but off the rebound, Harrison Kazabowski finds the back of the net. The Alpena Wolves go up 4-0, and that would be more than enough as they walk away the victors with that same score. Now over the Pee Wee House side, it's the Wolves from Alpena up against the Flags from Port Huron. Late first period, the Wolves get the puck to Evan Crane's line. The soft touch towards the goal, up and over the goalie for the first goal of the game. Move to the second period. Once again, Alpena gets it to Evan. He skates up the ice around the defender. A beautiful deke on the goalie, and he finds the net to put his team up 2-0. From there, it's all Colin Lightfoot. The goalie for Alpena was sensational on the afternoon and made everything look easy. The Wolves would go on to win 2-0, leaving them 2-0 on the day. But regardless of the results, having the ability to play in big tournaments like these only bring positives to all the athletes out on the ice.
It's huge for them too. One, they don't have to travel, so they're well rested for each game, and they get to see how the competition is around the state. And the state of Michigan is very well represented here in this tournament.
The tournament will close out tomorrow with consolation games galore, and of course the championships on each side. Alpena has 2 teams on each side, so we'll let you know just how they finish out. The Alpena Flyers also hit the ice over in LA in the nightcap as they welcomed in the Tri-City Ice Hawks, Eric Peterson's club, in search of their 4th win, desperately hoping to put an end to their 5-game losing streak. 3rd straight meeting between the Flyers and the Ice Hawks. Early on, it was the goalies putting in work. Hunter Myers had to handle the early onslaught from the Ice Hawks, a couple very nice snags to keep them off the board. On the other end, it was Ryan Foreman making the stop on Tate Froggatt to keep this one tied. Midway through the first, Tri-City's going to strike first. The puck bounces off a couple Hawks. Sam Hansen takes control. The shot on goal through Myers' legs, and Tri-City is on the board first. A couple minutes later, off the wall, Marks Mazargs gets it to C.J. Bradburn, and despite losing his balance, he's going to find a way to get it past the goalie, and it's a 2-0 ball game. Alpena fights back, though. Froggatt with the puck, the long pass up the ice to Jared Kwiatkowski, and on his 20th birthday, he scores to cut the deficit to just 1. From there, it was a back-and-forth game. Both teams would score 1 goal in each of the next 2 periods, and the Flyers fall short in this one. Their 6th straight loss, 4-3 the final. For the first Saturday in 3 weeks, both Michigan and Michigan State are back in action on the very same day. For Michigan, the past few weeks have been exciting. A heartbreaking loss to Michigan State, followed by a bye, and then a walk-off win over the Minnesota Golden Gophers. This week, it was back to the Big House in search of their 2nd straight win. Big Blue welcoming in the Scarlet Knights from Rutgers. Jake Rudock did start today despite going down last week. Late first quarter, he's going to take it in from 4 yards out to give the Wolverines a 14-3 lead. Now the second quarter, Rudock gets it out to Jabril Peppers, and he's going to take care of the rest. A few nice juke moves blowing by defenders, and he's going to high-step his way into the end zone. Michigan now up 3 possessions. Now 21-10 Michigan on the goal line. The pitch to Drake Johnson, and he takes it in from a yard out to make it a 28-10 ball game. Third quarter now, Wolverines up big. The give to Devion Smith. He finds his way into the end zone. And no worries for Michigan fans today. Jim Harbaugh and company get it done, and they take this one 49-16, the final. Fresh off a bye, the Spartans in Lincoln to meet Nebraska. Already 3-0 Big Red first quarter. Tommy Armstrong Jr., he's going to roll out right side, fires it deep downfield to Jordan Westerkamp, who hauls it in 38 yards for the score, and Nebraska goes up 10. Move ahead, it's 10-3. Sparty responds. Connor Cook finds McGarrett Kings Jr. over the middle. The nice cutback, and he's going to outrun the entire defense to the end zone, and we are tied. The Cornhuskers go back up by 3, but here come the Spartans again. This time, Cook's going to drop back, fire over the middle, threading the needle, and he connects with Kings again, and the Spartans hold their first lead of this game. Second half, Spartans still up, but it's 24-20 now. Michigan State back in the red zone. Cook going to find his big man, Jamal Lyles, wide open in the end zone to go up 2 possessions. And then after Nebraska gets one back, State back in the red zone. This time the give to Gerald Holmes, who bullies his way into pay dirt. But Nebraska at home had too much fight left. Down just 5 now. Armstrong, he's going to heave one up down the sideline. Brandon Riley comes down with it, and the Cornhuskers come away with the 1-point lead. They say he was forced out of bounds, so no penalty for illegal touching. The Spartans, they would get one last chance, but Connor Cook spends too much time in the pocket. He's going to throw it away, but there's nothing left on the clock. And Nebraska upsets the 7th-ranked Michigan State Spartans, dethroning them from the rank of the unbeatens, 39-38, the final. So, Neil, certainly Tuesday is a day that I think all football fans want to mark on their calendars. The second week of the playoff poll going to be released, and certainly a lot has happened today. Michigan State goes down. Michigan got a big win. Alabama upset LSU. Florida State goes down. So I think a lot's going to happen there. The polls are really going to be crazy, and it's really hard to tell what's going to happen. And also on Tuesday, for any of you Chippewa fans, Central Michigan, they are going to play host to the 20th-ranked Toledo Rockets. So get ready for that. A big one for Central Michigan. So, I mean, just a lot upcoming, Neil. A lot of upsets and a big upset for Michigan State. But I'm sure they'll bounce back next week. Oh, no, without a doubt. All right, thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Coming up next on WBKB News at 11, we'll tell you how a 5-year-old Indiana student is getting help from a robot in school. Find out next. Welcome back. We've all witnessed the amazing experiences modern technology can provide, and this story out of Indiana is certainly no exception.
As the students practice their numbers in Mrs. Miller's kindergarten classroom, a bear named Riley keeps a desk company for one of their classmates, number 16, Kara Smith.
She's wonderful. She's just the sweetest little thing, eager to learn, very, very independent and quiet, just a good little girl.
A diagnosis like Kara's is never easy, but it's especially tough when your days should instead be filled with learning how to read and making new friends. Luckily, Kara's still getting to do just that.
Okay, do you see us now, Kara?
From her room at Riley Hospital, Kara uses a special iPad and robot to participate in just about everything.
We're going to see what Kara has here, too.
From practicing math patterns to joining the circle for story time, she can really do it all.
She can just, on her own, when she's ready and feeling as if she can be here, she just pops in. We'll just see her. Hi, Kara.
You might think a robot like this would distract a group of 5- and 6-year-olds known for their short attention spans. Kara's principal says technology is so ingrained.
It's second nature to them.
That she basically blends into the classroom.
Oh, Kara, you are right. She's next.
While Kara's situation is certainly unique, she's not the first Smith to learn in this classroom. Mrs. Miller also taught Kara's mom and 2 older sisters. The 34-year veteran of teaching calls the technology a blessing for the entire classroom.
It really has opened up how caring they are. You know, they want to know more about Kara. They want to get things ready for her.
And make sure she knows how much she is missed. After math and before music, Kara's classmates make sure to tell her bye for now until the next lesson.
So Kyle, that's an interesting story. She never gets to miss any classes and gets to interact with her friends and her teachers as well.
You know, I think that's the best thing about technology now in 2015, that we have these capabilities. You know, she just started kindergarten, and for a lot of kids, that's an exciting time. You finally get to go to school, you get to be with your classmates, you finally get to, you know, see your teachers and learn everything, and then just so soon into the year, you have to go home and be sick, you know, that unfortunate illness that she has. But I think it's great that they put the teddy bear, that's her in class, that's her spot. And they FaceTime her every single day, and she feels a part of the class. You know, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah, and she gets to talk to her friends and just have a great conversation and be a part of the class, you know?
Exactly. I think it's just like that. I mean, it means nothing's changed. Nothing's changed for her. She still goes through the same routine every day, just from home. But remember, you can read more about our broadcast stories and get the scoop on other news items online.
Just visit WBKB11.com for sports, weather, and news updates anytime, day or night.
Or add us on Facebook at facebook.com/WBKBTV.
Well, that will do it for tonight's show. Be sure to catch us tomorrow night at 11. Good night, everybody.